We're back for Eden Fractal Season 12, and we're back for the first respect game of the year, which is very exciting. Happy New Year to everybody who just joined here. Hope you enjoy the holidays. And yeah, there's been a lot of progress over the past months. So thanks everybody for all the work in the Fractal ecosystem and all the messages in the Eden Fractal Telegram chat. It warms my heart, and I'm really excited to be back here with you all. We also had a great town hall too, which in case anybody missed that, I encourage you to check it out on the YouTube channel and the Eden Fractal Telegram chat. For anybody not familiar, check out edenfractal.com. It's a community dedicated to optimizing collective decision making through collaborative research, development, education, and community engagement. And there's much more you can learn there. And also that town hall too. Well, stay tuned for next week because we're going to do that discussion at the town hall where we follow up on our discussions about the 2-week structure, bi-weekly structure of Eden Fractal, as well as the ORDAO documentation and much more that will be coming soon on, I guess that's January 22nd. Also, for anybody who's not familiar, we're going to be improving a proposal to pause Optimism Fractal too. That'll be coming out soon in the Eden Fractal Telegram chat. Yeah, but check out the videos if you're not familiar. Check out the Telegram group at t.me/EdenFractal and the Eden Careers YouTube channel. And I think with that, we're pretty much ready to go. What we're going to do now is going to play the respect game where we're all going to share what we've been doing to contribute to Eden Fractal's mission, which is to implement fractal decision-making processes throughout society and to enable our vision of helping all community organizations have the best tools and methods for optimizing collective decision-making. So we're going to play a respect game where we're each going to take turns to share what we did to contribute to this mission. And yeah, everybody feel free to share your screen, and we'll each take about 4 minutes to share what we've been up to over the break. Usually we just do this for the past 2 weeks, but I suppose since we haven't met in about 8 or 9 weeks now, we'll just share everything that we did over the break. So there'll be quite a lot. So feel free to give us any updates that you did contributing to the Fractal ecosystem or anything else that you think the community would like to hear. Feel free to share links and so forth. And would anybody like to go first in the respect game? Or if anyone would like to also just say hello first as well, because it's the first time back in a few months. So if anyone wants to say hello or share any quick words as we embark on 2026, then feel free to do so. And then whenever we're ready, then whoever wants to go first in the respect game can share what they've been up to over the break.
Hello, great to be back. It's time. TYMED, teaching young minds every day.
Sounds great. Thanks, Time. Great to hear from you. Hopefully you enjoyed your break and looking forward to collaborating with you in the year ahead. All
I
right.
can
Das, you want to go?
I can go first.
Okay. Sounds
Uh,
good.
and could you add the timer if you can?
Yes. Thank you for the reminder. I'll start it now and I put 5 minutes up on the clock. If you want to do 4 minutes, then you can just stop it before then. I'm also going to give screen sharing permissions too.
My contributions list is too long for to get 2 messages.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so most of the work I actually done centered on games we played between meetings, like synchronous respectees to prioritize action items and fractalgram issues. As you remember, last few meetings we had issues with old fractalgram. Abraham's fractalgram has issues as well. So yeah, for me it's one of my priorities currently in my mind. Yeah, so but starting with the end of last season, I participated in discussions about synchronous respect trees when brainstormed a bit and shared my thoughts about live respect trees idea, where we would play respect trees in a meeting to guide the discussion. In general, I did a lot of brainstorming about respect trees app, and as I mentioned in the chat, at one point I was planning to develop a respect trees app that would serve as live respect trees app as well as for Fractalgram. But yeah, that's obviously that was a bit too ambitious, especially during the holiday season. So, and in general, I realized that the design space is very big and it's more useful to first experiment with different synchronous respect trees game, because I think we learn a lot from there, and from then on, the requirements will be clearer, and we can create short, specific apps for specific problems. Yeah, and then after this exploration of respect trees ideas, last few weeks I tried to focus more, and I started with retrospective about 2 cycles of synchronous respect trees we played last season. Then started developing the next version of synchronous respect trees. I didn't share this yet, but I have a short draft for it. If you want to know how it would look like in relation to what we talked about previously in the town hall, you can look there. Then bi-weekly structure schedule for Eden Fractal that we just talked about. Yeah, and then I investigated old Fractalgram issues. Yeah, but I'm reaching a conclusion that it's just too hard to maintain. I need to fix it. Properly I would need to merge upstream of Telegram web client, and even if I did this now, I think going forward it's better to just create a new app, especially with AI tools, and this brings me to SpecKit project. GitHub has this SpecKit project. So the idea is that now with AI tools, people can, for creating apps, the primary artifact to work on can become specification in natural language instead of code. People can write specifications and help and have AI help them write specifications, and then we can work with a specification, and the AI does the implementation, and then this way you also achieve the thing that specification is in sync with the implementation, at least more in sync, and that would solve, if I did the ORDAO project this way, the documentation would be in sync and much better, for example. Of course, this is a new idea, and this is especially relevant for DAOs, for governance projects, because then we can have software for a DAO which has clear specification. That means that people can pass specifications as proposals, and that means people can consider different laws for community in natural language, different code for the community in natural language, which also relates to the intent document idea that we used to do. Yeah, so, but again, this is so I started experimenting with Specit to create a Fractalgram app, and have an early. Basically, I'm at the point of having specified the requirements, but there still needs to still have to do a planning stage and some other stages with AI to finish it. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to this during the break. Sorry for going over time. Who wants to go next?
No worries. Thank you, Tadas, for all the great work, and looking forward to learning more about these things you've been sharing. Zaal, Tymed, Swarthy, would you like to go next?
I'll go next. It's time. I mean, this last week I went to CES, went over there to help the display. Actually, I coded a good night thing on Farcaster, using what I use Claude Code. I'll drop it in the thing, but it just says like good night on chain, and just use that trying to just give a little bit of information to a lot of people at CES. I had a couple other things that I was doing with exhibits and stuff like that with Roblox and Fortnite, but just was trying to get more people, engaged in participating in the system in general. Just give them another avenue a way to leverage the knowledge that they have and use technology. So yeah, so I did that. So I made that app. I connected to a couple other things. One of the things I was using is it's like a VIP a ticketing app that one of my friends was having that it, it it donates to charities. And so like every time you do something, like it'll always give an option to donate to a charity that has been linked to that ticketing agency. So I use that at CES, and now I'm currently paying for All-Star game in LA. I got a things that I'm doing that regards to well, we just did a CES and some of like the NBA players that I was like Nick Cole's one of the people who is a part of what we're doing. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to trying to make sure that I can leverage that and bring funnel that into some of the things that we have going on and helping people to join and learn and maybe play the respect game in the future.
Sounds great. Thank you, Time, for sharing. Um, you still have a few minutes left if you want to share any more details. So it's anything else you want to share? I'd also be curious to learn more about the chat app that you built. I was looking at it. If you want to pull up on the screen too, if you want me to show it to everyone else.
Oh yeah, you can show it. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it's
Okay, sounds good. I'll pull it up.
I actually took it and I implemented it into my one of my into my website that's on my page that people can go to. But yeah, it's basically just you can log in through any kind of if you go connect it'll connect to numerous amounts of wallets.
Mm-hmm.
And then you log in, and then you can use Farcaster. You log in, and then you just type GM, and you get charged like a minimal fee or something like that. And yeah, and it's on chain.
So it posts all the messages on chain. Is that right? Or
Yeah.
oh, interesting. And you start it by typing. So first you enter your wallet, then you type GN, and then you can type anything else you want there.
Well,
Is that right?
you can actually type anything that you want. GN is just a G. That's what the app is for. It's for GN. Just like they
Just
have the
saying good
GM
night.
one. Yeah, I was up late. It's like it's always when you're doing stuff. It's late at night sometimes. So I was like, so whatever. Good night.
It just it makes me think I've heard GM for good morning like a million times, but I don't think I've ever really heard GN though. I think it could use some more love for GN maybe.
Like, yeah, and I got I did a page. I could show you also. I
Yeah.
made I made this page. I'm trying to pull it up right now. I
Okay.
just did it all myself. It's just it was a list of some of the things that we did, and then it had a link to that right there, to the at the bottom of the page here. I posted it in the chat if you want to look at it or you want to pull it up or anything like that. It's just it goes to my website that I created, and
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
pull it up if that's good with you. I'm curious to see it.
it looks like it's got you can click on the animals. The animals say certain things. Oh, that's
Okay.
what's right. I remember this now because like when I did this on this page, I don't know why I couldn't get the app to work properly on the page. So you got to click that pink thing, and then you go to another page that says the same thing,
Okay.
but then the app works.
It says
Oh,
the preview link that is expired now for that. Did I click the
I
wrong
took
pink
it
thing?
off. Yeah, I took
Okay.
it off because it was that's it right there.
Is this it? Okay, got okay,
Yeah,
now it's easier to read, yeah.
yeah, because yeah, no worries. But yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you, Time, for sharing. And yeah, maybe another time you can give us more an overview about this. There's a lot going on here, so I'm curious to learn more and happy to see that you've been even building and using tools. And one of my, it's not a contribution, but I sometimes like to watch animal documentaries and stuff when I'm relaxing. And so it's cool to see all these animals floating around. I can click around and learn about African elephants and so forth. So thank you, Time. Very, very interesting and creative.
Yeah, thank you. It was done. I did that during Christmas, and it was right after Christmas is Kwanzaa, so it was based on Kwanzaa, a lot of things. But so yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Well, yeah, I see the app here. Yeah, if you want to share any of these links in the Eden Fractal Telegram chat as well to let people know what you're up to, then feel free. And I'm looking forward to hearing more about your progress and direction with these, and maybe seeing more updates in future weeks as well. I think we're at about we're over 5 minutes. So if you want to pick somebody next time, or if time you want to pick anybody to go next, then you can do so whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I do. Is Zal around? I don't know.
Hey
Okay.
everyone, how's it
Yeah.
going?
Going good.
Okay, let me share my screen. I've been playing around with Farcaster a lot over the last few weeks, so that's been my primary focus. And I'll share with you guys a little bit of what I've been doing. So I launched a token on January 1st using Empire Builder. Empire Builder is a mini app ecosystem within the Farcaster universe that lets you essentially build an empire. One of the reasons I chose to do this and launch through Empire Builder was the unique leaderboard opportunity. So, what they've set up is a pretty cool UI where people that hold your specific token get more points on a leaderboard. What they've done that I really like is that they've added this booster feature where you can add in ERC20s or ERC1155s that you have as different boosters for different individuals. So I've added in my Zora token here. I've added in our Sank ecosystem token and our Loans ecosystem token as well as different boosters for different individuals. Another thing you can do that's really cool with Empire Builder is you can actually add other leaderboards. So my main leaderboard is a Farcaster only leaderboard so that I can actually see the social of everyone that's participating in the leaderboard. You can also add in custom CSVs or API endpoints. Currently, I only have custom CSVs, but I plan to put in an API endpoint. So I have a custom CSV for the Song Jam Singers of December, which I'll share here in a minute, as well as our current Zaal Respect holders. So one of the cool things I can do right here is the other really cool thing about Empire Builder is it allows you to have a treasury that anyone can add to. So I've added some USDC here, I've added some Zabal and some Sang. So what I can do is I can actually distribute to our Zaal Respect leaderboard in the form of either an even split weighted by score or raffle mode. I'm going to distribute out, let's just say I'll do $1 here in USDC, which will be somewhere here. We'll do $1.50, and I'm gonna do a raffle. So it's actually gonna go to one address of the top 100. I'm just gonna press distribute here and initialize a distribution. So this platform gives really good opportunities to distribute out to individuals that are actually supporting you, and also create a proper on-chain raffle where a random person can get rewarded. That's been the main focus for Empire Builder, and just showing this out. So I don't actually know who this is off the top of my head. I added one of the other things I worked on was actually distributing out or deciding how my OG Zao Respect token would work versus my newly created ORDAO Respect. So I actually created a new leaderboard on our website that has the total respect added together because previously I only had it from one of the two contracts. So I'm going to actually quickly search here and I can see Trey. So I just sent this to Trey. He doesn't actually have a Farcaster username, so it actually showed up as just a wallet address. But I really like the fact that I can really focus on the social aspect here. One of the other things I've been working on and creating in Farcaster is creating a mini app for my Zabal ecosystem as well. And this mini app adds social features that are part of Farcaster, as well as a way for me to find the community and bring them together under what they kind of want me to do for a stream. So I've created a little voting mechanism here where anyone can vote for what we're going to be doing on the next stream. And it automatically signs you in, which it actually doesn't show here, which is a little frustrating. I'm actually literally editing this as we speak. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it actually signs you in automatically here, shows your FID, and allows you to participate in this vote. And once you vote, you can actually share this vote out with different individuals. So I have a way to tag friends. I'm going to pick, let's say we'll pick 10 people here or a few people here, and we'll share to Farcaster, and it automatically kind of adds the share modal to really share this out. So I've been working, this isn't fully finished or anything like that yet, but it's at least showable. And the Zabal has been a big focus for me to essentially bring more people into everything we're doing, whether that be the fractals, whether that be wave wars, or just supporting artists as a whole. So I've been very focused on how we can leverage the Farcaster social layer to grow. So yeah, that's a little bit of what I've been doing. Hope you guys enjoyed. I did also create an on chat channel as well that I'm trying to add to the mini app. I'll finish up real quick here. But this is, I think, was what Time was sharing. You can go to the Farcaster mini app or on chat to check out all the channels. And I have a Zabal channel here, and I actually just joined the GN channel as well. So excited to implement this in the mini app. I had it implemented a couple of days ago, but have been playing around a lot with some of my with some of the tools. So it actually hasn't. It's not there right now, but working on implementing that again. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are doing amazing. I'm excited for the fractals of 2026 and to grow with you guys. And I'll kick it over to Swarthy.
All right. Thank you very much, Zaal. Very interesting stuff. Way to go. Swarthy, you ready to present your work? Swarthy, you're muted, by the way, right now. So, okay.
Hello, everybody. Thanks. So it's been, I don't know, a busy holiday and even busier kickoff to the start of the year. I'm working to get Fractal Nouns NFT collection deployed before ETH Denver, which is coming around middle of February. The artist has been selected. This is the art in the top left is Tagawa Mammoth. He's from Japan, and he does the Kit Pass youth art program associated with the nouns. They instruct individuals on how to work with youth with intellectual disability and conduct art therapy. So Tagawa and the other 3 that I'm working with are the only currently certified Kit Pass instructors. Here is their rough sketch up of the concept that we've landed on for Fractal Nouns. And then I have a backup plan that for like art that I can create myself, a smaller collection I've created myself in case there's any issue with timely delivery of the art. I've still been working a lot on Fractal Nouns, and I won't spend too much time talking about it here. I'll share the link to the Fractal Nouns Notion page so that you can learn more. But essentially, we are bridging the ORDAO modules to the Nounish compound governance stack. And I actually just had a lot of clarity on how to say this succinctly yesterday. We're building an infinite game that balances merit and capital to produce legitimacy at scale. And that's powered by the Fractal governance framework. I'm preparing for ETH Denver in a big way, coordinating a sizable presence for Nouns Builder and the Nouniverse at ETH Denver, where I'll be able to feature fractal nouns and fractal governance at mini talks at the Nouns Lounge throughout the week. And here's a few art collections from the many nounish sub-communities. I've been busy over the break. I wrote a number of articles concerning the implementation of fractal governance frameworks in capital decision-making systems. They are on my paragraph at IYKYK. And yeah, I'm preparing to speak at both ETH Boulder on coordinative. I'm preparing a speaking track at ETH Boulder on coordinative tooling that involves a range of projects in Web3, where I will be speaking on fractal nouns and fractal frameworks. Hopefully Dan might be with us, and then I won't have to speak on fractal frameworks, and I'll just speak about fractal nouns. But that's about, yeah, that's about it at a high level of what I've been up to. Bam, Scott.
All right, sounds good, Timothy. Thank you very much for sharing. You still have, as you can see, like a minute and a half or so left. So if there's anything else you want to share, then feel free to do so.
I guess I can speak a bit about how things have developed with fractal nouns. We are currently looking at using delegation as the mechanism to empower ORDAO modules to participate in capital allocation governance. I'm still looking forward to iterative discussions on Fractal Nouns Fridays as we evolve the light paper into an official white paper. But what you're seeing here is generally that the idea that the system is built to be forkable without leaving the treasury behind. You can't force a hard fork on the treasury in this system, but you also don't have to leave the treasury behind to fork. You can fork competitively and start to negotiate over the allocation of delegated votes, which determine capital allocation at the top level. So this is, here you can see a competitive fork. This would be if a fractal governance decided that they wanted to alter their framework in a way that was not compatible with the currently existing governance, and that they wanted to compete for decision-making power over capital allocation at the top level. That would be a competitive fork. And then down here, we see like the traditional nested parent-child relationship that fractal governance is already built to accommodate. Whereas if the design philosophy remains cohesive and the goals remain aligned, sub-communities can create complementary forks to improve efficiency and decision-making. That's about it. 30 seconds. I'll stop there.
All right. Thank you very much, Swarthy, for sharing. And it's been a pleasure speaking with you about your plans on fractal nouns over the past weeks, and looking forward to diving deeper and further exploring what you're working on. And I suppose I'll go ahead now and share what I've been up to over the break. I'm Dan Singjoy, as you know. Check out dansingjoy.com to learn more about my work. And it's going to be a tough one to explain what I did this break, because it's been like 8 or 9 weeks. It's often difficult, and I just kind of went back like for 5, 10 minutes and pulled out some major themes and projects I'm working on. But I've been working on fractals at the break, taking some time off too. Had some big personal events going on. So, but yeah, I'll try to give an overview here. So maybe the first thing I'll share, speaking of big personal events, is I got married over the break. I got married to Rosmari, who joins Eden Fractal events. We met at Eden Fractal about almost 3 years ago now. And Zaal is saying LOT had a blast at the wedding. It was amazing meeting Zaal at the wedding, and we had a great time together. We played a little respect game at the wedding as well, and we put together, some this little story that I have shared on my screen now. Fractal at a wedding for the first time. Yeah, people played a little game where they shared their favorite wedding stories and so forth, and we had some fun and danced and stuff, and then we had some videos and stuff that we shared, talked about Eden Fractal a little bit in vows and stuff, and shared it with family and friends. So that was a great time and really nice. And I could share more about that, but maybe for another time, we'll share more pictures and videos and stuff like that. In addition, I've been working a lot on preparing for Eden Fractal 2026. After we decided to pause Optimism Fractal, I've really been focusing on Eden Fractal and figuring out how to scale Eden Fractal and grow Eden Fractal, and I'm really excited about it. I have lots of plans. So I'm just going to share some projects I'm working on because there's so many different things, but lots of things like following up with people in chats, and then I have a whole bunch of tasks here, some of which I've done, some of which I've partially completed. So I have several different projects for preparing for Eden Fractal. I created this one for improving Eden Fractal documentation. A lot of this is kind of spread out in my Notion though, where I've drafted out, like probably dozens of documents for Eden Fractal over the break and have shared some of them to some extent, but we'll be releasing them over time. There's also one for Eden Fractal 2026 strategy documents where I've been creating the proposal to pause the Optimism Fractal community and a 2025 Fractal retrospective and more. These are all kind of early drafts and stuff, but yeah, due to the personal events, I wasn't able to share these things yet, but there's more to come there, as well as like a longer term vision and so forth, some things that I'll share in the future. I've also been working to improve the educational resources on both edenfractal.com and edencreators.com. So far, I just made minor changes to edencreators.com, but I've done a lot of audio note recording and working with AI to generate things that I think will be pretty easy to copy and paste when they're ready. But I just made the Eden Creator site a little bit easier to read and a little bit nicer for now. And really positioning Eden creators to help Eden Fractal grow and Eden Town Hall and have a more cohesive brand strategy in the new year. I've also been working to support various initiatives in the Fractal ecosystem. So, for example, over the past couple of days, I did a lot of work to support Fractal Circles and Mikhail, who's the founder of Fractal Circles. And so I have some tasks here I could maybe pull up real quick. I sent some DMs and send some quite detailed DM stuff. For anybody who's not familiar, fractalcircles.org, I think, is the website. He's been building fractal governance tools for the past 15 years now, actually, and he's got some interesting stuff here. And so I invited him to join the events and shared how Eden Fractal can help him and do some collaborations. He's doing a test of his software now, and so I've been working to support that and invited him in both the Fractally chat and then also the Fractal Circles chat and a few other places. I've also been working to support Timothy's work with Fractal Nouns as well. I had a couple calls with Timothy, one of which was like 3.5 hours last week, and then a couple other ones. So I've been sharing some thoughts on the design of Fractal Circles, and yeah, we were having some good discussions. I wrote some pretty detailed documents or thoughts in the Fractal Circles chat. I shared this pretty detailed response with some inspirations from Daniel Larimer and the definition of DAOs and so forth, and talking about sovereignty and providing some thoughts on true DAOs and so forth, and then provided some feedback on uh, the appendix that Timothy had created about why DAOs exist. And then I also, chatted with him a lot and recorded some more notes that were coming out that I might share soon. This is his Fractal Noun site. I've also been meeting with Zaal a few times over the break too, and gave him some overview about the Zaal Fractal ORDAO, and gave him some information about that, and collaborate with Zaal on improving documentation for Eden Fractal as well, or documentation for Fractal hosts and organizers and so forth. And then I've also been working on creating. I haven't yet started really filing a nonprofit, but I've been still thinking about it a lot, as well as the gardens concept that I've been working on for this kind of regenerative liquidity and kind of say economic fabric in a way for fractal ecosystems, and the fractal ecosystem development plan about how that can tie in with a nonprofit. And I got some really good ideas last week, actually, after talking with Timothy, that I'm excited to share soon. And then in addition, I've also been learning a lot about these new apps like Claude Code, or at least relatively new to me, and how they can be used to automate a lot of the process. I've been thinking about how we can automate. I have a little plan development for a Vibe Coded Fractal Operator app to kind of automate a lot of these kinds of things that go along with operating Fractal, like taking transcripts and then turning them into tasks and summaries and show notes and promotions and all sorts of stuff like that. So I'll share more about that in the coming weeks. So that's what I've been doing to contribute to Eden Fractal and the Fractal ecosystem. Thanks all for listening and thanks all for your contributions. And now we have 20 minutes left before the end of the event. If anybody has any questions for each other, then that would be a good time to ask. And also wondering, so Tadas, I know you mentioned that there was the issue with the old Fractalgram. I don't remember what the issue was. Is the Telegram app not working right now, or it's not
It,
working?
yeah, it's not working. You can't. New groups do not get loaded, and messages sometimes do not get through.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
so
Do you mind
you
vibe
can
coding another one right now, real quick, or for us to
what?
use? I was just joking. I said, do you mind
I
vibe coding
code
another
it.
one real quick right now for us to use?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so how should we proceed then? Should we just vote in the Zoom chat, or should we try using Abraham's app? Or I know
We
Abraham's app doesn't work for Zaal when he's working, but I think Zaal is across the world right now, so he might be able to use it.
we can do it in the Zoom chat, or maybe we would be able to create polls real quickly. But yeah, there is another issue with Telegram where I think newer versions on the phone you can't retract vote. We discovered that in the previous meeting.
Hmm.
So let's just use the Zoom chat.
Okay, sounds good. So the way we'll do this then is we will Um, just basically we'll open up the chat and then we'll count three, two, one, and then we'll type in, well, first we'll type in whoever we think should be level 6, and then at the count of three, two, one, then we'll hit enter and we'll each submit our vote for who should be level 6, and then we'll proceed with level 5 and 4 and so forth.
Yes, I have a question for Swarthy first.
Okay.
Why did you miss the Eden Town Hall?
Didn't know we were having these so early, and because the respect tree game is abbreviated now to 1 week, so I thought we were having 2 weeks from the launch of that game. I only saved the event to my calendar yesterday, late in the evening, and I did not save the first of the 2 events. I only saved the respect tree game, unfortunately. I was also wouldn't have been able to make it likely if I had it on my calendar. I was participating in Nouncil, doing work to prepare for ETH Denver, which is just around the corner. We have about a week and a half left to get a proposal in, a community consensus around a proposal before it will just be too late. So I apologize for not being able to make the town hall.
It would be fine. It's just that you got elected as a delegate, and I think we told you that would be expected, and yeah, so please at least notify us if you don't, if keep track of event times, and then notify us if you are a delegate.
Absolutely.
And by the way, respect game should take into account these as well. I think, at least.
Thanks for sharing your thoughts with us and the encouragement. And yes, Rothy, we would appreciate if you're not able to make it, let us know and try your best to make it for the town halls. And then I don't know, you said something about adding to your calendar, but if you're not registered on Luma, I think Luma would give you reminders about the town hall. And yeah, feel free to also reach out with any questions about timing and anything like that. But I think going forward, we'll just keep it simple. We'll always be meeting at 16 UTC. And then we'll probably have town hall. We were talking previously about maybe doing different order of respect game or town hall, but basically there'll always be a meeting at 16 UTC, which will be the same time every week on Thursdays. So that should make it simpler. I also have a couple questions before we play the game too. Maybe just one question for that's kind of directed both to Timed and Zaal. Uh, so what both of you guys shared was really interesting and cool. But I don't know if you guys commented so much on fractals with it. Like I know you guys both expressed excitement for and support for fractals, and I appreciate that. But just curious if you guys wanted to elaborate at all on If you envision the different tools, like Zaal was building with Empire and the Zaal, or I think it was the Zabal Farcaster mini app, and Time was building with the GN chat. I'm just curious if you envision those being like supporting fractals in some way, or supporting like fractal decision making in some way, or if there's any way that, that that those might relate in the future. I see Zal. If you guys want to unmute, feel free. Maybe Zal isn't able to talk right now because I see if you want to read those messages in the chat, Zal. Zal said, "For me, everything comes back." He said, "Go for it." For me, everything comes back to bringing more people to the Zal Fractal, finding different ways to bring people in and get excited. Okay, sounds good. And Time says, "Yes, wanted to add value with onboarding more into Fractal." Okay, great. Well, thanks for the explanation there. If you guys want to add anything more, then feel free. But that helps me understand. I appreciate you guys building in general. I think I definitely want to support that. I think it's really cool, and then it's really interesting to learn about your work. But it's also very nice to hear that you're working to onboard people to fractals and so forth. So very much appreciate that. Does anybody else have any questions or comments for anybody before we proceed? Well, I could ask more questions to Tadas and Swarthy too, but maybe I'll withhold from that right now because I can ask them another time. And I suppose if we're ready, I know that's all had written level 6, so we can go ahead and proceed with that if we get any confirmation from anybody. I'll just wait to see if anybody responds and if anybody's ready or anybody has last questions.
Let's go. So
Okay. Think what might be best is if we started voting here, so appreciate the votes, but how about we do it like we were saying, where we each just write in whatever in the Zoom chat who you think should be, and then we'll count down to 3, 2, 1, and then we'll hit enter, and then we'll share it, just so we each are kind of like doing it at the same time, basically. So that way we're not kind of like influencing each other's votes beforehand. So if everybody's ready, I think everybody's probably ready now. So maybe I'll lead the countdown, and I'll go 3, 2, 1, and then we can hit the enter key. And I think we're waiting for votes. We have a preemptive vote from Swarthy, and we haven't yet had a vote from Timed.
I changed my vote to Dan.
Okay, and looks like I have consensus then. Thank you for changing your vote, and thanks everybody for the votes. I appreciate it. And now we'll move on to level 5. And if everybody's ready, then I'll count down from 3, 2, 1. And please please take a moment to write down whoever you think should be in level 5 so that you'll be ready to hit enter when I count down to 3, 2, 1. And after the number 1, I'll count down 3, 2, 1, and go.
I'm so sorry.
Ooh, what are you sorry about?
Going just like going too early. You started counting and I got too excited.
Oh, no problem. We're gonna vote. We're gonna vote. We're gonna vote.
You said 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in early. Okay, it looks like we have everybody voted in. We have what is this? We have 3 votes for Tadas, 1 vote for Swarthy, and 1 vote for Zaal. Does anybody want to change their votes? Or okay, it looks like somebody changed. It looks like Swarthy changed the vote to Tadas. So now we have consensus on Tadas.
Thank you.
Okay,
Level 4.
level 4. So we'll repeat the same process. And we'll try to coordinate our timing here if we can. Oh, well, I guess we'll not try to coordinate our timing here.
We're not good at this.
We need an app. Somebody build an app. What are the devs doing? Just kidding, of course, obviously. I'm excited for Fractalgram too. Okay, so let's see. I guess I'll count 3, 2, 1, and then I'll go all on my own, I guess. 3, 2, 1, and go. Um, Okay, we have. Did somebody vote twice? No, nobody voted twice. So we have two votes for Zaal and three votes for Swarthy. We need to reach four to five consensus. Does anyone want to advocate either way or change the vote either way? Looks like Swarthy would like to move things around his desk. Uh, I'll speak a little bit here. It looks like Swarthy's now shuffling a deck of cards. Um, so sounds good. Sounds like you're a good shuffler. I'm just joking, obviously, just being silly here, having some fun with respect game. Time says I like to advocate for Swarthy. All right. I voted for Swarthy as well. I thought about voting for Zaal because I know Zal's been doing a lot with the Zaal Fractal in general, and everything he's been doing is working to help bring people to Zaal Fractal. And also, I think Tadas made a good point about how the um, Swarthy wasn't here for as a delegate for the Eden Town Hall. That is something that we should take into account. And so that's one reason why I also thought about voting for Zaal more. But also, I've been reading a lot of Swarthy's comments, or but both his comments and like his articles that he's written on his Substack, and he helped me think about a lot of stuff about how Eden Fractal could work in our last conversation, as well as I appreciate the initiative, the newer initiative, like that he's been working a lot on with Fractal Nouns. So, despite the fact that Swarthy wasn't here for the Eden Town Hall, that's why I voted for Swarthy over Zaal. But I'm happy to go either way as well.
Okay, I switched my vote
Okay.
to Sweden.
Okay. Sounds good. So we get Swarthy at level 4. And then we're gonna try this one more time, guys. Let's see if we can pull this off. We're gonna coordinate the Fractal community, and I'm just gonna do a countdown really quick so you don't have time to. Ah, I missed it out. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, we're gonna have to pass a proposal to get you all posting at the same time. I'm just joking, obviously. It's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of fun to joke about it. And so it looks like we have 4 votes for Zaal. Somebody's laughing here. And then we have 1 vote for Timed. So it looks like we have consensus for Zaal level 3. And then that means that level 2 will be Time. So that means we have consensus. We have played a respect game in Eden Fractal successfully for the first time in 2026. We've shown it's possible to do in the new year. It's all started at the heart. Thanks all for the great contributions and a lot of fun. And um, yeah, I'm really excited for the upcoming Respect Games 2026 LFG, as
Delegate.
Time says. What's that?
We need a delegate.
Oh, a delegate. Yes, okay. We didn't finish the full Respect Game. So who should be the delegate? Yeah, and also, is the delegate election part of the Respect Game? Or are we still in the Respect Game right now? That's a question that I've never actually articulated before. Do you have a thought on that, Tadas? Or are we still playing the Respect Game now, or is this after the Respect Game?
Maybe after? I don't remember.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Depends on how you define it. But
Yeah. Okay, that's something for a design decision later. For now, we're in an
it's
amorphous
part of
space.
the respect game session, breakout room session.
Yes, yes, that's correct. I feel like I'm stressing out the dots with the deep philosophical question.
Yeah, the breakout session has 2 phases, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Challenging our deepest assumptions. Okay, so anyway, we should go ahead and elect a delegate. I think everybody here is familiar with it. Basically, we're going to elect a delegate to serve on the Eden Plus Fractal Council. That's our legislative consensus process, where after or during each respect game session, we elect a delegate who will serve an 8-week term for 4 events. That's how it currently works. Maybe we'll change it in the future, but currently, whoever's elected would be elected for 8 weeks and kindly requested to join each of the Eden Town Hall events for those 8 weeks, those 4 upcoming town hall events, and your term would start, or your service would start in the next event, which is 2 weeks from now. And basically, the request is to check out, to carefully read the Eden Fractal Telegram group, and share any opinions and so forth for the best interests of the community and be able to participate in approving proposals here at Eden Town Hall. It's much appreciated because that allows us to, well, basically the system works. I think everybody is familiar, but just to reiterate, because it's still a fairly new process for Eden Fractal at Epoch 2. Where we make proposals at Eden Fractal by having 3 out of 4 consensus on the councils being able to make proposals, and we only can really approve proposals with our legislative Eden plus Fractal consensus process at the Eden Town Hall as we currently have it. So people being able to view the information and then join the town halls to be able to make those decisions really helps us make decisions at the town hall. So with that being said, would anybody like to volunteer to be um, a delegate in the council? And also, if it'd be helpful, I could pull up the spreadsheet to see who is currently a spreadsheet as well. Or who is currently a spreadsheet. I think I'm speaking wrongly here. I'm just gonna pull up this window. So Tadas shared this. For anybody who's not familiar with that process, by the way, edenfractal.com/plus is where you can learn more. Everything I said and much more is there about how it works and so forth. You can see, this beautiful graphic that Tadas made and so forth that explains how the delegates elect and make a decision at the town hall. And then Tadas shared this spreadsheet, which shows what the proposals that we made so far, and also the current council, which is composed of myself, Ryan, and Swarthy. And Tadas is, what does orange mean, Tadas? Does this mean that you're not, oh, this means that you're a counselor this week, but you're not a counselor for 2 events as of right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. So would anybody like to volunteer to be a delegate? Or who would like to be a delegate? Tadas, would you like to be a delegate, being that your council term is ending?
Yeah, I can be a delegate. Or Zaal, do you plan to participate? If so, the way I see it,
Am I
I,
still not? Aren't I a delegate from the last one still, or no? Am
No,
I
you're a
misunderstanding this?
delegate back in 128, which ended as of a couple months ago.
Gotcha. I don't mind either way. I plan to be there, but we go rock Tadas for this week. Doesn't I think you've been cooking it up, and as much as me, if not more, might be a good pick for a delegate. So
Okay, I'm happy to support Tadas as a delegate as well. I think Tadas is doing a good job of providing a vision for Eden Fractal, which I appreciate, and the biweekly proposal and so forth that we discussed. So Tadas is always very dependable to be there when he's elected delegate. So I have full confidence in electing Tadas as delegate for Council 133.
okay, thank you.
Okay, I see also Swarthy wrote, he put a yes thing in the Zoom emoji, and we have votes from everybody else, so it's unanimous.
And now, I think I can find everyone's ETH addresses except I'm not sure about Tymed. Uh,
Yeah, Tom, could you share your ETH address? I could also find it if needed, but I think you can find it quicker than me. And then just for context, what Tadas, are you up to do this? Or if you want me to do it too, I could do it instead. But basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this up on the Eden Fractal ORDAO app at eden.fraps.xyz. We're going to make 2 proposals. One is going to be for a respect breakout proposal, where it's going to show the rankings that we just had and the allocations of respect or distributions of respect that we will get. And then we'll also make a custom signal proposal, which will be to elect the delegate from Group 1, meeting 133, where we'll elect Tadas. So we'll have on-chain record of both of those, and then the respect will be distributed within, I believe, a couple weeks. And we are just about a minute from the top of the hour, so we could wrap it up here. I see time said gotta go. Great to be here. See you all again soon. Thanks so much, Time, for being here. It was great to see you, and looking forward to seeing you again soon. If you are able to drop your ETH address, that would be helpful for us. Otherwise, I'll look for it. I know that we've played Respect games in the past, and you've shared your ETH address, but if you could share it in before you go, that would be appreciated.
also, if you can check my last message for ranking, confirm that it's the right
Yes.
one.
Time said DM. I'm not sure I think Time just DM'd you to us with his address, so you can see it there, maybe in Telegram. And then yeah, Tadas put the rankings are Dan at level 6, Tadas level 5, Swarthy level 4, Zaal at level 3, and Timed at level 2. So I confirm that that's what I recall us voting on as well. So that's good with me to put on chain.
Okay.
And should we wrap it up now, being that we're at the top of the hour? We could be very timely. If we want, we could stick around a bit longer to show the process of it being voted on. But we've done that a few times in the past before. So if everybody's up for it, then I could just conclude the call. I see Swarthy said getting a call. Guys, gotta go. Thanks, Swarthy. Hope you have a great day. We're already talking soon. Tadas, Zaal, anything else you want to share, or should we wrap it up?
Yeah, so I think I can create. I won't create a proposal tomorrow, so then either you create it today, or I will create proposals tomorrow, and share an address with me.
You said Time shared the address with you already?
Yes, I can forward you.
Okay. Well, I'm personally not in any rush, so if you would be so kind to put it up tomorrow, then that would work for me. But if it's important for me to do it, or if that'd be very helpful for you, then I can do it now. But otherwise, my preference, if you don't mind, would be if you just do it tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Tadas.
And now, let's say 3 to 1 GM.
3, 2, 1, GN. Good night. Oh, it's nighttime for you. All right, sounds good. Well, thanks everybody for being here at Eden Fractal. Hope to see you in the Eden Fractal Telegram chat, t.me/Eden Fractal. Check out edenfractal.com. Check out the videos. And we'll go 3, 2, 1, GN, and maybe we'll also go Eden Fractal too, as we do in old times. Oh yeah, and it'll be GN for Zaal too. Zaal is a world traveler these days, by the way. Hope that you've been enjoying. Hope you've been enjoying life across the world.
1,000,000%. Let's do it.
Nice. Glad to hear. All right. 3, 2, 1. GN and go Eden Fractal. All right. Thanks, guys. See y'all next time.